Hello everyone and welcome in next episode. And this weekend we're gonna get really busy because the Polytunnel finally has arrived. And this is one of the green polytunnels, still budget option, but I had really good reviews. I went through internet, tried to find the one that's gonna last for longest. And so I'm gonna put the link to this product in my about section. Also, I'm not gonna go into much details because there is a really good review made by Bill. So I'm going to put link to his video as well. And if you somehow missed Bill's channel, guys, you definitely should have a look. You can learn a lot, and you're always going to get into good mood after watching his videos. So yeah, definitely recommend it. Also, Bill has a promotion code which will allow you to buy this product a bit cheaper, and it's actually what I used as well. Anyway, let's get to it. Okay, so that's where the polytunnel will go. Here will be the doors. That's going to be the shorter side, and this will be the longer side. So also in my case, now we're facing the longer side. So south, that's where the south is. So the sun will go something like this in the middle of the summer. And what I hope, actually, it will go even further from the left. So the polytunnel should get as much sun as possible by being facing this way. The problem is that most prevailing winds in England are from west and southwest, and the west is exactly when the shed is. So if we're gonna stand in the doorway, kind of, as you can see, the prevailing winds during the winter will be literally bashing against the doors. But I still decided to do it because what I can do is, first of all, shed provides some kind of wind cover, and I'm also gonna put some long poles in here as well, so I might actually attach something to them throughout the winter and cover this area even further. Also, doors have a lot of metal frames, so at the end I think that the metal frame will be much more resilient than just the material that I will have on the back, because I could put the doors on the other direction really. So yeah, anyway, we'll see how it will work in practice, but let's start. Alright, so the construction of polytunnel is done, and the doors were the most tricky part. So it took me like 3 times more than anything else. What didn't work quite well was this line, as you can see, going across. When I used just this line on its own, even when I extended when I literally unscrew this and make it as long as possible, it still wasn't enough to make a square door, and I had to put so much pressure, put so much force just to attach this bit at the bottom. What I did, I just used this screwdriver here, just improvise a bit, and now it's the right length. The problem also I had is that the doors do not fit the door frame as good, but I think it's just because this is supposed to be a bit more narrow, so I might work on it. I might just, I don't know, use some force to make it a bit more square. So all the wooden poles are inside. I tried to dig them in as much as I could. However, what I realized is that they are not tall enough. I was hoping that they're going to be up to here so I can also put the wire around it, but that's what I went up with. Now it still should work, because the worst part is when the polytunnel is being literally picked up by the wind. So the wires still should hold, and I have 6 of these on the poly, so I hope that it will keep them together. Anyway, time will tell. What I also done, I dug out the trench already, so I'll try to put the cover now. The wind is not that bad, so I hope it will be fine. Alright, so all done. It was a long day. I'm here pretty much from 8 a.m. and it's around 5. But I think it was worth it. The poly is standing, and what I did, as you can see, I used these concrete blocks from the greenhouse to push further the polytunnel material which end up under the soil. So I hope that it will help to keep tension of the the material which is covering the construction. Also, I can only use the lower latch. For some reason I cannot fit the doors in the frame. So what problem it may create is that all these winds that can be coming this side, they might eventually just rip off the material inside the polytunnel, because they will be literally funneling in all the time. So we will see. Also, one thing I want to do is put the wood mulch between these concrete blocks and the polytunnel, just to suppress all the weeds. Okay, so as you remember, like good 4 weeks ago, I've planted these in different mix. So this was planted in horse manure only, and this was in general compost. So the problems I have with horse manure is that it become really lumpy and hard for the roots to penetrate. Also, as you can see, all these guys have purple stems and red stems. They have also purple color underneath, and outlines of the leaves. So while this one, they built a lot of roots, maybe a bit of overwater it, but still they just producing a lot of foliage. So I asked this question on a lot of different forums on internet, on some Facebook groups, and most of the answers I got were that there's just too many nutrients, so basically too many nutrients. Too rich compost, in this case horse manure, can inhibit the growth and uptake of other nutrients. So also the other thing I've noticed is in internet is that the purple stems, purple color underneath, and red stems and outlines all indicate lack of phosphorus, which is weird because the horse manure is supposed to have a lot of it. So nasturtium, as you can see, and mustard, both brassicas, they managed to grow but very poor growth. Lupin didn't even took off. The same with clover, very poor growth, where this is just thriving. So anyway, let me know what you think, guys. This was very simple experiment, so it's hard to get like very detailed conclusions from it, but well, I guess that just confirms that horse manure might be the best medium for germinating seeds. Okay, so since the polytunnel is already here, I need to start working on the soil inside the poly, because that's where the first plant's gonna go. So what I will do, I will just go through it with a fork, try to find as many weeds as I can, and then I will try to sieve some of the horse manure I have from the pile that's supposed to be better decomposed, and work it into the soil. Okay, so this is my second horse manure pile, and this one unfortunately haven't decomposed as good, because this stuff has been added at the end of the autumn, so it didn't have too much time. Also, it dries out a bit. So what I want to do is sieve it through this invention here and I hope it will work, because I'm on the clock today and I just have half an hour to work. Alright, so I made 14-inch path in between, very narrow, just to get as much space as I can on both sides. I put some horse manure, incorporated it into the soil, and I hope that something will start growing here in a matter of 4 weeks from now, because that's when I'm gonna start putting seedlings in here and sowing directly. So yeah, anyway, I was hoping to give you temperature of the hotbed, but I couldn't find any thermometer, so I'll do it next week. And yeah, and we will see if the having doors facing prevailing winds was a good decision, because this is what you shouldn't do. But yeah, anyway, we will see, guys. Have a great week, and I see you next weekend. Thank you.